Good morning, everyone. So today I'm back with another case study. In case you haven't been a regular follower of my channel, hi, this is Bhargavi Rao. And I bring about all these new cases which goes on in courts, and also some of my inspirations comes mainly from current affairs and the ongoing topics related to law. So in case that is something which interests you, then I would say stay tuned and stay subscribed to my channel. So I heard a saying very long back saying that what's the difference between a good lawyer and a great lawyer is that the great lawyer will focus on tiniest details of the case. Okay, so this, in fact, I felt that this is not just for law or lawyer. I think this aspect is applicable to everyone, right? In any profession, no matter where you are in, focusing on the tiniest details is what is going to make you set apart or great. Right? So this is another case study which actually, when I was reading it, I felt like, okay, this thought, whatever we had about the difference between good lawyer and great lawyer and the tiniest details is something which was so apt for this case. Okay, so let me get started with the case. So what this case is, there is one party whose name is Anil, and he executes a sale agreement with somebody to buy the property, and the date in which the sale agreement was executed was in the month of April 2008. Okay, and in 2013 he wants to sell that property to somebody else, only to find out the original sale agreement in which he had the property executed is actually void or impounded. And he is flabbergasted, naturally, and he goes to a trial court, and the trial court gives a ruling. But when it comes to the High Court, it is a game changer now. So in High Court, the judge decrees that the sale agreement, original sale agreement, whatever they executed, is to be impounded. That is, it is to be seized. You must be wondering what happened. Why exactly did this entire thing come to existence in first place? Well, there is a tiny detail in it, very minute, but very important. So apparently that sale agreement, when it was executed, it had insufficient stamp duty. As you know that there is a Stamp Act, Indian Stamp Act, and we also have Karnataka Stamp Act. It governs all the agreements which has to be registered, and based on the value of the property itself, the stamp duty changes. Okay, so a great lawyer will know everything about it, like what is the stamp duty which has to be required for any kind of agreement or any kind of registration or any deeds which require stamp duty. He has to be aware. Okay, many times what happens, the stamp duty, if they don't know, they will just execute it for lesser price, or sometimes even it may be because of the clients who are trying to bargain and say, why you want to execute the document in that high amount of stamp duty? Why can't we just do it for 50 rupees, 20 rupees? Yes, we do have that also. When that thing happens, what happens is what the lawyer may not know or will not tell you is that sometimes insufficient stampage, if it's not been rectified within a certain period of time, then the entire agreement becomes impounded. Okay, so that's the law which everyone has to know and everyone knows about it. So that's what happened with this document also. So because there is the time limit which is prescribed as per Karnataka Stamp Act 1957 is that it is for 5 years. So that is, within 5 years you have to make sure that if at all you have paid less stamp duty, you can actually make sure that that gets rectified. But in case of fraud, for example, if you for that again the process changes. You have to prove that the entire agreement was executed under influence of fraud, or was misrepresented or something, for some fraudulent reasons, that the stamp duty was paid less than actually what was prescribed. So in case of that, it's 10 years. But for those which has like if there's no fraudulent reasons at all, for normal reasons, you have to rectify the stamp duty within 5 years. Otherwise, the entire document gets impounded. Not many people know that, but it's very sad and it's very important. As I said, it's very tiny, but it's quite important. Imagine this, that you have spent so much of time and energy in creating this document, and in making, you think that, oh, this is legally legally this document is absolute. Like there's no way this document can get impounded or it can never become void, and then only to find out that you paid less stamp duty and you have lapsed the time of more than 5 years. So this is what I would think is the one of the reasons. And I would say that please make sure that tiny details also have to be understood, and that's the difference which sets apart in your game. So stay subscribed, and I'll see you for my next case.